We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. Dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teachers leave them kids alone. Hey, teachers, leave the kids alone. All in all, there's another break in the wall. All in all, there's another break in the wall. Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. The 6-year-old sweet little Neha was not at all interested in her drawing class. But one day, she was so deeply absorbed in drawing. The teacher noticed this from afar, and she went close to Neha, behind her, and asked her, Neha, what are you drawing? Teacher, I am drawing a picture of God. Picture of God? But nobody knows how God looks like. Teacher, give me a minute. In 1 minute, when I finish my drawing, they will know how God looks like. This is how sweet, learning, loving creatures we are at that age. Pure innocence. The 8-year-old Jillian, she got a report card, more of a complaint card from a school, stating that she keeps fidgeting all over the place. She keeps moving. She disturbs the class, doesn't focus properly, and she's behind in all her grades. She doesn't do her homework properly. So the mother took her to a specialist. The specialist was being narrated the whole thing, and while the mother was narrating Jillian's so-called defects, the specialist kept on noticing Jillian. After some time, this was way back in the 1930s, so after some time, he put on the radio, which was on the table. So as the radio kept on playing, the specialist kept on observing Jillian. Then he said, Jillian, I would like to have a word with your mother. We'll be just going out of the room. You be here. She said, okay. They went out of the room, and as Jillian's mother was advised by the specialist, they observed far from her, behind the room at the hall. What did they see? They saw as the radio started playing, picking up in the tempo, Jillian started tapping her foot, started swaying, and she started dancing. So the specialist told Jillian's mother, your child is not sick. She's a dancer. So you enroll her into a dancing school. So she was enrolled into a dancing school, and she went on to become a great dance choreographer. She directed the Cats and the Phantom Opera in the Royal School of Ballet, London. During our early childhood, we think visually, we think in sounds, we think kinesthetically, we think by body movements. The whole being is a thinking mechanism. When we think visually and we create visual thinking, we go on to become Picasso. When it's sound, we will become Lata Mangeshkar, and when it is the body, the motor abilities, and the eye, you may become Sachin Tendulkar. Then, what happens? Something goes wrong. Something awful happens. School happens. All of us here remember that the first school bell and the school bell at the end of the day, the difference you know. If you're late in the school, the silence outside the school, and when you get inside the classroom, the brown, long cane, and hour after hour of drudgery, go on listening to the bell. But what I love is the bell at the end of the day. Just a few 10-20 minutes to go, you feel just like T20 match, and boy, I just run out of the classroom. And once I also fell down, but I didn't bother much, because I just cement color building behind me and I'm off. This kind of corrosive, this kind of suppressive, oppressive atmosphere, we expect creativity to flower? Do schools kill creativity? That's my topic today. Expert in education, Sir Ken Robinson says, the system simply failed. This will not do as far as the creativity spark is concerned. It just doesn't work, it's outdated. He talks about three things. The first and the foremost, he says, is that creativity is more important than literacy itself. The second, he says, which is very important, is that the stigmatization of mistakes, when the mistakes get stigmatized, that really hampers creativity. And creativity doesn't flower when you are stigmatized for your mistakes. The point here is that creativity is, we are not getting into creativity, the third point he says, we are getting out of creativity. The Industrial Revolution, just like has Ford created cars, millions and millions of them in batches. On the same lines is the school setup fashion, wherein the university produces mass produces batches of engineers, doctors, who may be the red and the blue cars. So we all here have a responsibility, whether you are married, not married, having kids, not having kids, to keep the spark of creativity alive in the kids and in ourselves. Because all the challenges in the world, whether it is global terrorism or poverty elevation or any major problems that mankind face, creativity is the only spark that gives solution. That's what has helped human thought all through these years. So we don't want to, we owe it to the future generation. We don't want the future generation to come along and tell us that I was born intelligent, but education ruined me. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster.